Why don't we go to Alex Seitzwald right here?
Thank you, Secretary Clinton. Hi. You've talked a lot about economic inequality, reshuffling the deck. Has President Obama, in your opinion, done enough to reshuffle that deck to address economic inequality?
I will say, Alex, that when the president came into office, the deck was at the bottom of an abyss. I mean, I want us to understand and remember, I know it's great that we're a very forward-looking country, and I love that mostly, but I don't want us to live in a state of collective amnesia about what we were facing. I was in the Senate when the Bush administration came to the Hill to ask us to make some extraordinary decisions, like giving them an amount of power that one could not have imagined previously to try to save the economy. I was stunned, as many of us were, at the extent of the urgency that they were conveying to us. I voted for it because when presented with the alternatives, it certainly seemed like the better choice. The president gets elected, and as often happens when you're going in, it happened to my husband, you find out that some of what was said during the campaign might not be exactly true, and the deficit looked like it was going to be bigger in 1992 than had been predicted. And the same with President Obama. So the first order of business for the president, and it's what he said to me when he asked me to be Secretary of State, the economy is so much worse. We have these problems around the world. I can't do both. I've got to concentrate on the economy. Will you be my Secretary of State and start traveling around the world? And eventually, of course, I said yes, because it was an urgent situation. So I think the president has done an extraordinary job in dealing with a terrible set of issues that he inherited. He also has given the American people for the first time through the Affordable Care Act the promise of health insurance. Now, are there things that need to be fixed? Yes, and I've said that, and I'll be talking more about that. Are there now opportunities for us to do more about income inequality and try to do both growth and fairness simultaneously? Absolutely. But let's not forget where we started from. And, I will do my best. And I would, ask you, you're reporters, you care about the facts. Let's have a debate on what the evidence is. Not act like yesterday never happened and the problems that we're dealing with are just out of nowhere. No. There were reasons why we ended up in the Great Recession. We've had to deal with those. There's a lot more work still to be done, but boy, I'm glad where we are now than where we were.